Hello everyone. In today's video we are going to take a look at INTIGRITI's Lighthouse CTF's 2024 challenge, Lighthouse of Doom. It is on the game category, and we can see that this challenge is created by Andrew0121, and this challenge has only 4 solves after the CTF has finished, so it was pretty difficult and it was a really fun challenge that I solved. And the challenge description is: when a game becomes too hard, you start to look inside or go back to books. And we have this lighthouse.zip file. If we download and extract this file, we can see that we have this lighthouse.tab file. This folder was not actually in the challenge, so only the lighthouse.tab file. And if we take a Google search for what is a tab file, we can find that the tab file format is generally used to store data generated by the ZX Spectrum. So to open this file, we have to install ZX Spectrum emulator. And to do that, I used a program called Spectaculator, and it is ZX Spectrum emulator. To download this file, you can go to the link that I linked in the description, and then click on download button. And when you download this file, you can run it, click on run, and then click next and install. Because I already installed it, I don't have such an option and I cannot install it again, so I will just cancel the installation process. And now I will run Spectaculator 8.0. So type in Spectaculator 8.0 to the search, and you will see that this program is actually paid, but you can try it for free. So just click on try it, and then wait for the program to load. When it loads, we can go ahead and drag this lighthouse.tab file into this Spectaculator, and click on close if it asks you, and then drag this file to the Spectaculator. And we can see that we have this game called the Lighthouse of Doom. So this game was written by Steve Kemp in 2024 version for INTIGRITI. We have this GitHub link that we will take a look at later, and we can see that the challenge says that you have to cheat. So to start the game, press any key, and we can see that this game is just some typing game. So you see a small torch, so I can, for example, take torch, maybe, right? And now I'm carrying a small torch. So when I saw that we have to cheat on this game, I immediately thought that we probably have to enter some sort of a cheat code, because it's in an old game, and if we type quit, for example, and then we see that this game has Doom in it, and in Doom you could cheat with like cheat codes and something like that in old games. So what I will do now is I will go ahead and take a look at the source code, lighthouse.tab, and I will just open it with Visual Studio Code, and I will open anyway with text, and we can see that if we scroll down a little bit, we can see every single dialogue that this game has in it. And if we scroll down even more to the bottom, we can see all of the commands that we can run. So for example, we can type in examine. Let's try this command, examine. And examine what? Please try again. So these commands definitely work, right? So what I will do now is I will go to their GitHub, the Lighthouse of Doom, and I will click on C to see the source code. And in C you can click on, I believe it's handlers.c file, and we can see every single command that was in the original game. And if you take a closer look at the commands and at the source code, one command sticks out because it is not in the original game source code. And the command that I am talking about is over here, and it is iddqd. If I copy this command and Ctrl F to search in this file, and I just type in iddqd, we can see that there is no results. And if I, for example, type in the take command that we had, we can see take, and it takes an item. And now what I have done, I googled what exactly is iddqd. So IDDQD is a cheat code used in the 1993 first-person shooter game Doom. So we can actually type in cheat codes in the game to run some cheats, probably. Let me just type now IDDQD, and we can see that it gives us text, sounds familiar, go on. So now let's go back to the source code, and I will just Control F to search, and I will type IDDQD. And oh no, I will type actually sounds familiar, go on, to find the text that we have in the game. So sounds familiar, and we can see that after sounds familiar we have two more dialogues. So almost one more, and then oh, now look around, right? And these three commands are actually not in the game, they are coded for the CTF. And if we try any of the other like any of these commands, or just anything in general, we could not get these three dialogues to execute correctly. And so now I have decided to take a look at the assembly, or to try to attach a debugger to this game. And the best way I found to attach a debugger to this game is to convert it to .z80 file, and then use a debugger that I will show just in a moment. So now I will close this game, just so there is no memory. And then I will open the Spectacular 8.0 again. I will click on try it, and I will wait for it to load. I will click on this close button, and then drag the Lighthouse.app file into the Spectaculator. And don't click on anything, just wait for the game to load. Let's see, my actually file explorer is not responding, so I will just come back when it comes back. Okay, so my file explorer just crashed, so let me try this again. Just drag the Lighthouse.app file here, and don't click on anything on this page. Just click on top on the file, then save as, then wait for this to load, and just save this file as Z80 snapshot and .z80 file. Click on save, and then we can see that this file saved as .z80 extension. And I will link this debugger to the description, and we will use the Spectrum Analyzer debugger and Memory Analyzer. So if we go ahead and scroll down on this page, we will find the download button here. Click on this button to download the file, and Spectrum Analyzer will install for you. I will go to the Tools directory, and then I will extract this file here, and I will click on OK. So Spectrum Analyzer is now extracted, and now I will go back to the Z80 file, and I will Ctrl X to cut this file, and I will go back to Tools, Spectrum Analyzer, then I will go to Spectrum Games, and then paste it here. So we can see that Lighthouse.z80 file is now in our Spectrum Analyzer games, and I will run Spectrum Analyzer.exe now. When the Spectrum Analyzer loads, click on the file on the top left, then click New Project from Snapshot File, and click on Lighthouse. Now this game loads for us in the Spectrum Analyzer, and we don't need this window, so you can click on X on top of here. And actually, I'm not sure, I probably can't make this bigger, so yeah. Okay, so I'm just sorry if you can't really see it. I suggest you loading the file. I will link everything in the description, and doing everything yourself. Now click down on the left, click on Continue, and then press any key to start in the Lighthouse of Doom. And the game starts just now. And I will go ahead and take a snapshot of this file just as it is, like at this moment. So click on Memory Analyzer, and then click on Snapshot. Then type in the command IDDQD, which was our cheat code, and click Enter again. We see this text sounds familiar, go on. And now we can take a look at the difference between our first snapshot and the game initial state that it is on now. So click on this div button and we can see like a bunch of differences came up in here. And if we scroll down through the differences and take a look down here, so when you click on, for example, down at the very bottom, click on any of these functions, we can see that IDDQD is actually present just over here. We can see IDDQD on the code analysis section. And if I go down, we can see that after IDDQD, there is something called there is no cow level. And if I go ahead and type in any other command in this spectrum view, type in literally anything, it doesn't have to be a valid command, I just type random letters, we can see that memory was written like on these addresses. So now what we can actually assume is that after IDDQD, the thing that has to be written to get the next dialog is there is no cow level. At least that was the assumption for me. So what I will do now is I will go ahead and click on System and reload emulator file to restart everything from a fresh start. And I will press any key to start. Then I will type IDDQD. I will click Enter. And then I will take a snapshot once again. So click on the snapshot button and everything will clear on these windows, on these addresses and values. And now let's try typing in this command. There is no cow level. So there is no cow level. Click on Enter and what a surprise, we get almost one more, which was actually the next dialogue. Almost one more, which was the next dialogue after sounds familiar, go on. And now let me go ahead, let me just restart the game again. So click on reload emulator file, type in IDDQD, and then click on snapshots. And now I will type in there is no cow level, right? In this game, it's very hard to type, so I'm typing really slow, like it takes the input from the keyboard really slowly. So now press Enter, and then I will look at the difference of the memory again. And this time we can see there are a lot of values. But these values actually stick out because we can see here is function, and if we scroll down, we can see that there is data now. So let me go ahead and take a look when the function stops and the data starts. And if I hover over the functions, we can see everything that is being written here. And every time when I pressed, I looked for the green text to actually look at the code analysis. So I will click on this green text that I found here. And if I scroll up, we can see that there is IDDQD, then there is no cow level. And then after that, we have another string, which was UUDDLRLRBA. Now let's try to type this string. So UUDDLRLR and then BA. And we can see that the final text has been activated, and we can now take a look around. So what I will do is I will open this game in the bigger format so you can see it better. And I will type all of these commands again. So IDDQD, there is no cow level. And then UUDDLRLRBA. And now take a look around. So I was stuck at this point for some time because when you actually play the game, there's something called telephone book, And if you go back to the description of the challenge, we can see that when a game becomes too hard, you start to look inside or go back to book, right? So I thought this might be a clue, and I can go down we can assume that we are in the Lighthouse of Doom because it was the challenge, and if we go down we can see a small black book. And if I go ahead and take the book, and I can type in read book. And that's it. The flag is over here. And to get this flag, it was hard for me because I had to basically just play the whole game and I had to find out. And I forgot to type in the code, so the book was empty for me. At least there was no this flag. There was not a flag in the book, and I had to finish the game like 5 times. I found every single finish for the game, and yeah, that is basically it for the challenge. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.